Hello everybody and welcome back on my channel. My name is Alex and today we're gonna make the assembly for this crane hook in SolidWorks, and we're gonna make first all the components and at the end we're gonna make the assembly. So let's start. And this is the drawing that we have. Here are all the components. We're gonna start with this one and then we're gonna make the rest of them, and at the end we're gonna make the assembly. So let's begin. First will be this one. This is how it's going to look. Now let's open a new SolidWorks document, select here part, press OK. Now let's make this plane white. And here let's open a sketch in the front plane. And we're gonna start with line. So select line. We're gonna make the next triangle. Select this point with this line, select here make midpoint. Make these two lines equal. And now with smart dimension, let's give a dimension. Here will be, let's say, 200. These are just some random dimensions to help us later. And here let's make it 180. Okay, now we can delete this. And now let's select sketch fillet. The radius will be 38 millimeters. And we'll have to select all of these three corners. Press OK. And now with smart dimension, let's give a dimension from this point to this point. And here like this will be 162. And now from this point to this one, here will be 156. Alright, now let's select circle. Make one circle in each of these center points. Then select them and make them all three equal. And now with smart dimension, let's give a diameter. The diameter for this will be 30 millimeters. Now we'll select circle again. Let's make a bigger one right here. This one will have the diameter 50. And the distance from this center point to this line, it will be 66. Now to fully define it, select this point with this one and select here make vertical. Alright, now this is it for this sketch. Go to features, use extruded boss base command, and here the thickness will be 12. Press here OK. We don't have any material assigned on this drawing, but if you want to change it, go to material, right click, edit material, and select the material you want to apply. Click apply and close. Now the last thing that we'll have to do is to make 3 holes on this part. So select hole wizard for this. And from here we're gonna select straight tap hole as the type. The standard we're gonna keep it is ISO, the type tapped hole. The size is going to be M10. The condition will be true all. Now go to positions, select 3D sketch, and let's place one right here. Okay. Now I have to fully define this sketch. So if you didn't right click and you didn't make the hole, you should be still where you can see the preview. If not, just go back to this arrow and select here edit this 3D sketch, because now this hole we can move it around, so we need to make it to be fixed right here. Alright, to do that, first we'll select circle, and let's make a circle in this center point. Then select this circle, select here construction geometry, and now let's give a diameter for this circle, and it will have the diameter 75. Now select this point from our hole with this center point and select here make along y-axis. Alright, now select this point with this circle and select here make coincident. Now the circle is not black, but it doesn't matter. We cannot move it anyway. So what matters is that this point is black, which is our hole, and everything is good. Now exit this sketch, and we have our hole. First one, we need 3 of them. To do the other 2, we'll go to linear pattern, and from here we're gonna select circular pattern. Features to pattern, we're gonna select this hole. We're gonna keep 3 instances, 360 degrees, equal spacing, the direction, any of these round edges or this face. And now we can see the preview, press OK, and we have 3 of them. Now I'll have to apply some fillet to it. So to do that, some thread. To do that, we'll apply some cosmetic thread. So go to this arrow, go to insert, go to annotation, select from here cosmetic thread, select this edge, and it should automatically select here the size. Keep the rest the same, up to next, and select the other 2 also. Press OK. Now if you want to see the thread, go to options, document properties, detailing, shaded cosmetic threads, and press OK. Now we can see it. Alright, now don't forget to save it. This is the first part. This is how it's going to look. Now let's start. We'll go ahead and open a new SolidWorks document. And let's make this plain white. And now we'll start with a sketch in the right plane. Here we'll start with a circle. This circle will have the diameter 44 millimeters. Now go to features, use extruded boss base command. And here, instead of blind, let's change to midplane. And here the distance should be 94. Or actually, let's make it 94 and we'll add 56. So make it 150, press OK. And now we're gonna open a sketch in the front plane. And here we'll select center line. We'll make 2 center lines, just like this. And then we're gonna make a corner rectangle. Actually, let's make a center rectangle better. The center point for this center rectangle should coincide with this edge. This line we're gonna make it to coincide with this edge, to be collinear actually. Alright, and now let's select this rectangle with this center line and select here mirror entities command. Okay, and now with smart dimension, let's give some dimensions. First, this line here will have 28 millimeters. And then from this line to this one, here the diameter will be 32. Now go to features, use revolved cut, and as axis of revolution we're gonna select this center line and press OK. Alright, now the next thing we'll have to do is to apply some cosmetic thread to these ends. To do that, we'll go to this arrow, go to insert, to annotation, to cosmetic thread, and the size should be 30 M30. Select this edge first, and then we'll gonna select here instead of up to next blind. Now we'll also have to select this face, and the depth for this should be 18. And now let's see if it's working to select also this other edge. Alright, so 18. If it's not working, we're gonna have to make two of them. Anyway, let's press here OK, and it seems that it worked. Let's go to options, document properties, detailing, and select here shaded cosmetic threads. Press here OK, and it worked. That's good. Now let's apply some material to this one also. Go to material, right click, edit material, and then I'm going to select this one and press here apply and close. Okay, this one is a little bit strange. Okay, now it's better. Anyway, this was the second part. First, let's open a new SolidWorks document. Like usually, select part, make here plain white, and now let's open a sketch in the front plane. And here we're gonna start with a line. Select this line with this point, select here make midpoint. And now we're gonna make a center line. Make it vertical, starting from this point. Okay, and now we're gonna select 3-point arc. We're gonna make here an arc. Just like this. And then to make the next part, we're gonna use spline. So we can see it right here. So select spline. And let's make something like this. Select this point and select here make tangent. And now if you see these arrows, we can drag it and we can adjust this spline how we want. We will try to make the shape that we can see on the drawing first. Okay, this is not very bad. Now let's select line and let's make here a line like something like this, and then we're gonna select 3-point arc again, and we're gonna make another arc like this. Make this point, select this point and select here make tangent. Do the same for this one. And now with smart dimension, let's give some dimensions. Actually, first let's mirror this. So to mirror this, we'll have to select all of them with Control pressed, including this center line, and then select here mirror. Alright, now with smart dimension, let's give a dimension from this point to this one, and here let's make it 200. Okay, now from this point to this line, here should be 50. From this point to this point, like this, here should be 38. Let's see how it's this spline going to change now. Alright, now the radius for this one should be 50. The radius for this one should be 25. From this line to this one, here should be 44. Now from this point to this point, here should be 62. Right now, we're gonna add some things by ourselves, like this point with this arc, and should coincide. And then this point with this one, let's make them vertical. This one, I don't think that we can move it because of this tangent. Let's see, yes. But I think that we should keep it tangent. Anyway, we cannot make too many changes. Actually, I think this is looking a lot better. Alright, now let's give a random dimension from this point to this line. Let's make it 52. Just so it stays in place. Now let's see. Here, let's make it 134. Just so everything is fully defined. And now select line and let's close this sketch. Now let's go to features, use extruded boss base command. And here we're gonna keep mid plane, and the thickness, we're gonna make it, the depth, we're gonna make it 44. Press OK. And now this was the hard part. Now let's make the next thing. Let's open a sketch on this face. And here let's make a circle with the diameter 60 millimeters. So it's smart dimension, let's make here 60. Now go to features, use extruded boss base command, and here we're gonna keep blind, and here will be 10 millimeters. Press OK. And now let's open another sketch on this face, and let's make the next thing, which will also be a circle. This time the diameter will be 40. Press OK, go to features, use extruded boss base command, and here will be 66. Press OK. And now let's open a new sketch on this face, and let's make a new circle. This one will have the diameter 32. And now go to features, use extruded boss base command, and here will be 34. Press OK. This is almost finished. Now what we'll have to do is to apply the cosmetic thread and to do a hole for a split pin on this upper part. First let's apply the cosmetic thread. So go to insert, go to annotation, cosmetic thread, select this edge, and here we're gonna keep it, instead of blind, up to next, and the size should be M30. Press OK. And now let's make the hole for the split pin with the diameter 4 millimeters. To do that, we're gonna open a sketch in the front plane. We'll select circle, and let's make a circle with smart dimension. Let's give it the diameter 4. And from this center point to this edge here will be 12.5. Now select center line, and let's make a center line from this midpoint to this center point. Now it should be black. If it's not, select this center line and make it vertical. Go to features, use extruded cut, and here instead of through all, we're gonna select through all both and press OK. Nice, now here we have some threads, so we must see it. To do that, we'll go to options, document properties, detailing, and select here shaded cosmetic threads. Press OK, and this is it. Now we have the hook for our crane hook. Let's apply some material to this one also. So go to material, right click, edit material. I'm gonna use the same material for all of them. Click here, apply, and close. Now don't forget to save it. And this is how it's going to look. Now let's go ahead and open a new SolidWorks document. Select here part. Let's make this plain white. And now let's open a sketch in the top plane. And here we'll start with 2 circles. Now it's smart dimension, let's define them. This one, the big one, we're gonna have 75 millimeters. And the small one will have 50. Now we'll go to features, we'll use extruded boss base command. Here instead of blind, we're gonna keep it mid plane. and the depth will be 64. Press OK. Now let's open a new sketch on this face, and here we'll make a circle with the diameter 62. So this will have 62. Now go to features, use extruded cut, and here the depth will be 6 millimeters. So select here blind, and here will be 6. Press OK. Now we need one of this cut on this other side, and to do that we're gonna go to linear pattern, select from here mirror, and click on this arrow. For mirror face plane, we'll select top plane, features to mirror, this cut extruded, and press OK. Now we'll open a sketch in the right plane or front plane. They are the same. Let's use front plane. So open a new sketch, and here we'll select circle, and let's make one circle. This one will have the diameter 40 millimeters. Now go to features, use extruded boss base command, and here we're gonna keep mid plane, and the depth will be 94. Okay, so I said 94. Press OK. And now let's select one of these faces and open a new sketch. Here we're gonna make another circle. This one will have the diameter 32. Press OK, go to features, use extruded boss base command. This time select here instead of mid plane blind, and here should be 24. Press OK. And now let's make a new one on this face. So select circle again. This one will have the diameter 26. Alright, go to features, use extruded boss base command, and here should be 16. Now we'll have to mirror these two bodies on this other side. These two both extruded. They are only one body. Okay, so we'll go to mirror, and here mirror face plane will be front plane. Features to mirror, the last two both extruded, and press here OK. And now what we'll have to do is to cut this extra material. And to do that, we'll have to open a sketch on this face. Or actually, let's open a sketch on this face. And here, let's select this edge and select here Convert Entities command. Go to Features, use Extruded Cut. And here, instead of blind, we're gonna select Through All. And press here OK. And now everything is good. Now what the next thing we'll have to do is to apply some thread on these two ends. We're gonna apply cosmetic thread. To do that, go to this arrow, go to Insert, go to Annotation, Cosmetic Thread. And here let's select this edge with this one. And the size should be M24. Select here up to next. And now this is it. Press here OK. Now go to Options, Document Properties, Detailing, select here Shaded Cosmetic Threads, press here OK. And now let's apply some material to this one also. So right click on Material, Edit, select the material, Apply and Close. And it will be this nut with this one, which are basically the same. only a few dimensions are different, so it will be very easy to make them both. And then will be this nut, this washer with these two kind of bushing, I would say. And at the end we're gonna make the assembly. So let's go ahead. We're gonna start with this nut. First, let's open a new SolidWorks document, and here we'll select part, press OK, and now let's make this plane white. And here we'll start with a sketch in the top plane, where we're gonna make two circles, just like this. And now with Smart Dimension, let's define them. First, this circle will have the diameter 50 millimeters, and then this one from inside will have 22. Now go to features, use extruded boss base command, and here the thickness will be 16. Press OK, and now this is looking good. Now I'll have to apply the thread here. We're gonna use cosmetic thread, and to do that, go to this arrow to insert, annotation, and select cosmetic thread. Now select this edge here, and we should select from here M24, but since we cannot find M24 without a pitch, we're gonna select this one with pitch 2. I think if we're gonna make this hole from inside a little bit smaller, for example, instead of 22, 21 or 20, we can find also the size M24, but we're gonna leave it like this. And now press OK. Actually, the end condition should be true all. Let's see. True all or up to next is the same. Alright, and now let's make this cosmetic shaded thread appear. Go to option, document properties, detailing, and select from here this one and press OK. Now select this face and open a sketch. And here we'll start with a center rectangle. So select center rectangle. We're gonna make one like this, and then with Smart Dimension, let's define it. Now we have to make 4 slots on this nut, which will have the dimension 8 millimeters by 5. So I'm assuming 8 will be here, and 5 will be from this line to this center point. Now to make this fully defined, select this center point with this one and select here make vertical. Now go to features, use extruded cut, and here we can also keep blind and this depth, or we can select through all and press OK. Now we have one of them, so we're gonna use circular pattern to make 4 of them in total. So we'll go to linear pattern, select circular pattern, and here will be 4. We're gonna keep these settings like they are. Here at features to pattern, we're gonna select this cut, and the direction, this round edge, should be okay. We can see the preview, and now press OK. This is the first one of the 2 nuts that are looking alike. Now let's save this one to be able to make the next one. This will be nut M24, because the next one will be M30. Alright, so after we saved this one, we're gonna change a few dimensions here, and we're gonna make the next one. So first we'll go to this sketch, select edit sketch, and here we'll change this dimension from 50 to 56. And this one from 22 to 28. Exit this sketch. Now you will get this error about the cosmetic thread, because it's not the size that it good for this hole, but we're gonna change it in a second. Press here close, and now go to this cosmetic thread, click on it, select here edit feature, and now we can see that it's automatically selected M30 with the pitch 2. We're gonna leave it like this because it's the same story. We cannot we don't have here M30 without a pitch. If we want, we can change here the dimension, but yeah, we're gonna leave it like this because it's no problem. Alright, everything else should be left the same, and press here OK. Now we have no more errors. Now this is the second nut. Be careful not to click here save, because it's going to replace the first one. What we'll have to do to make two different parts, click on this arrow and select here save as. This will gonna make it another part. And here will be M30. And now save it, and now you should have two of them instead of only one. Alright, now let's go ahead and make the next one. Let's open a new SolidWorks document. Press here part, press here OK. Let's make this plain white. And now we're gonna select the top plane, and we're gonna open a new sketch. Now we'll make two circles again. With smart dimension, let's define them. First, this one will have the diameter 62. And this other one will have the diameter 28, because it's going to be M30 again. Now go to features, use extruded boss base command. And here, let's see, the depth should be 25. Press OK. And now let's apply the cosmetic thread. Let's select this edge, and here should be selected M30. Press OK. And now let's make it visible. I don't repeat these steps because I already said it before, so they are all the same. Alright, now what we'll have to do is to make a hole for a split pin. And to do that, we'll open a sketch in the front plane. And here we'll make a circle. Just like this. Select this center point with this one and select here make vertical. And now with smart dimension, let's give a diameter. The diameter will be 4. Everything is in millimeters. And now from this point to this edge, it will be 12.5. Or actually, it's not going to be 12.5. 12.5 is the depth at that the distance for the hook, for the crane hook, for the hook actually, where that hole is placed. So here should be a little bit more. This is 25. Let's try with 20. Let's make it 18 maybe. Let's make it 18, and we're gonna see when we're gonna make the assembly how it's going to fit on that hook, and then we can make some changes according to the needs. Alright, so we're gonna leave it at 18 millimeters for now. Go to features, use extruded cut, and here instead of through all, we're gonna select through all both. Actually, only through all is good, because we don't need it through all both. Press OK. Okay, didn't work for some reason. Okay, just leave it like this if you have the same problem. If not, make it only on one side. Is no problem. Right, don't forget to save it, and now let's make the next part. Let's open a new SolidWorks document, select here part, press OK, and let's make this plain white. Now we're gonna make a washer, so it's going to be very easy. Open a sketch in the top plane, and here we'll make two circles. These circles will have the same diameter as the knot before. So it's smart dimension, let's give here the bigger diameter will be 62. The smaller diameter will be 30. Now go to features, use extruded boss base command, and here will be 6. Press OK. Now don't forget to save this one also. And let's go ahead and make the next one. For this one we'll also start with a sketch in the top plane, and also with two circles. With smart dimension, let's define these circles. First, this one will have the diameter 106. Actually, 6. This one, the smaller one, will have the diameter 32. Go to features, use extruded boss base command, and here will be 12 millimeters. Press OK. Now select this face, open a sketch. We're gonna select this edge and we'll select here convert entities command. And now we'll make another circle. This one will have the diameter 50 millimeters. Go to features, use extruded boss base command, and this one will also have the depth 12 millimeters. Press OK. Now the next thing we have to do is to make 3 holes here, which will be M10. Will be in the same positions as they were on the bracket. So let's go to Hole Wizard. Select this one, straight tap, and this we should keep these settings. Go to positions, 3D sketch, and now let's place one of them, and then select circle, and let's make a circle, not like that. Make sure that this circle is in the same plane with this point, which should be on this face. To do that and to make sure that it's not in this origin point, go on this edge and this center point should appear, and then make the circle in that center point. Make it like this, and we can see that it's on this face. Now it's smart dimension, let's define it. The diameter should be 75. Click on it and select here construction geometry. And now we're gonna select this circle with this point and select here coincident. And now we'll select this point with this point and select here make along z-axis. And now is the same story. The circle is not black, but it's kind of fully defined. The point is what matters to us. It's black, which means that it's fully defined. Now press OK. And now we have one of them. Now we need 2 more. To do that, go to linear pattern, select circular pattern. And here the features will gonna be this hole. The direction is going to be this edge. The instances will be 3 of them. Press OK. And now we'll have to apply some cosmetic thread to these holes, which will be M10. We'll go to Insert, Annotation, Cosmetic Thread. Select these 3 edges, and here should be automatically selected M10. Press OK. And now we want to see it, of course. press OK, and now we can see it. Now don't forget to save this one also, and let's move to the next one. Let's open a new SolidWorks document, part, press OK, let's make this plane white, and now let's open a sketch in the top plane. And here we'll start again with 2 circles. Now it's smart dimension, let's define them. First, this one will be 62. This one will be 40. Go to features, use extruded boss base command, the thickness will be 6. Press OK. And now we'll open a sketch on this face. We'll select this edge. And we'll select here convert entities command. Okay, so first open a sketch. And then select this edge and select here convert entities command. And now with circle, let's make another circle, something like this. And with smart dimension, we'll give the diameter, which will be 50. Now go to features, use extruded boss base command. And here will be 58. Press OK. And now this is it for this part. Now we have 6 of them, which are the last components for this assembly. So let's go ahead and make this assembly. Let's open a new SolidWorks document, select here assembly, press OK. And now we'll have to browse for our components. So click here, browse. And we'll have to select all of them. You should have 10 of them in total. Press open. And click once for each of them to insert it. Alright, let's make this plain white so we can see it better. Now the first one we inserted, it will be fixed. So make sure that it's this one. Now let's select, we'll start with this part, select this face with this one and select here concentric. Alright, now we'll have to insert this one. So select this face with this one, select here concentric, reverse here the direction, and now the next thing, select this face with one of these and select here also concentric. Now we'll select this face from the bracket with this one and select here coincide. Now select this face with this one, select here coincide. Okay, now we're gonna need one more bracket and one more of this. So with Control pressed, left click, drag it, left click, drag it. Alright, select this one with this one, select here concentric, reverse here the direction, and now select this face with this one, also concentric. Now we'll have to select this face with this one, select here also concentric. Now let's see if we can make these two also concentric. That's good. Now the next thing, select this face with this one and should coincide. And this face with this one should also coincide. Alright. Now let's insert this hook. To do that, select this face with this one first and select, okay, we should make these two concentric. Alright, now this one with this one should coincide. Now let's insert here the washer, which will be this one. So we'll select this face first with one of these faces to make them concentric, and then this face with this one should coincide. Alright, now select this face with this one and select here concentric. And now this face with this one from the hook should coincide. And I'll have to insert here the washer, the nut, which will be this one. Or maybe this one should be upside down and up here should be the washer. But I think it's gonna be the same. So select this face with this one, select here concentric. Now let's drag it up. Let's see where is this hole for this pin. Select this. Actually, for this nut I didn't change here the distance. Let me make it at 18 millimeters like we did it last time. So this is it. Okay, so 18, let's see. Right, select this hole with this one from the hook and select here concentric, and this should be alright. We're gonna leave it at 18 millimeters. Okay, now the next thing we'll have to make 3 of these to insert them in these 3 holes to keep these brackets in place. So first we'll select this face with this one, select here concentric, and now this face with this one should coincide. Now do the same thing for this other 2. With control pressed, left click and drag it to make 2 more of them, and repeat the same things we did for this one. Alright, after you put in place these 3, we'll have to also put these nuts. Now this one is should be the smaller one, which will be placed here. This is the M24. So select this face with this one, select here concentric, and now this face with this one should coincide. And now let's make 2 more of this. Select this face with this one, concentric, and now this one with this one should coincide. Do the same for this other two. And now we also need to do this on this other side. To make it easier, we're gonna use mirror command to mirror these nuts on this other side. So we're gonna go to assembly, go to linear pattern, click on this arrow, select from here mirror components. And now what we'll have to find is to find a plane in the middle of this assembly. And I think that that plane should be from this part number 4. And let's see which plane, right plane. So at mirror plane, select right plane from part number 4. Components to mirror, we're gonna select this for nuts and press OK. Now everything is mirrored on this other side. Alright, everything looks good. Now the next thing that we should be doing is to limit the movements of this, because in reality it's not going like this. Let me show you. It's not going like this. If you want to do that, it's not very hard. You just have to find a plane. Let's see for this part if we have a plane in the middle of it. We don't. Alright, it's even easier. We have this right plane. You'll have to find a plane from the hook. And this I'm gonna leave it to you as an exercise, because I already made this in several of my tutorials to limit the movement. So I'm gonna only show you the planes, and I'm gonna leave it to you to play with the settings to limit the movement so this hook is not intersecting these two parts here. So first is going to be this right plane, because it's in the middle of this assembly. Kind of. Not really in the middle, but let's see, maybe we can find another one. For example, this one, it's really in the middle. It's from part number 9, which is this one. Maybe in your case it's not also part number 9, but it's from this part. So right plane from this part with, let's see, where is the hook? Actually, we'll not use the plane from the hook. We should use the plane from this part, because the hook should also rotate. And if we use any of the planes from the hook, it's gonna make it so it's not rotating. So the plane from this one with one plane from this part. We can use front plane. So front plane from part number 4 with a right plane from this part. Select them with Control pressed, and you should go to Mate, to Advanced Mates, and from here select this one, Angle, and find the right angles. Okay, you can leave in the comments if you manage to do it or not, to find the angles that are good so they are not intersecting with each other. This was the tutorial for today. Thank you for watching and I hope to see you in the next one. And if you like it, leave a like. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more tutorials. And yeah, see you next time.